I'm going to go through everything you guys need to know about Black Ops Cold War Season 3, all of the Warzone updates, the Nuke event, the multiplayer 6v6 maps, the weapons, Scorestreaks, zombie updates, the Berlin map, the Easter eggs we'll see, new wonder weapons, all of the evidence and leaks we have. A lot of stuff to go through here in today's video, all about Season 3 of Cold War. If you go on to enjoy the content, I really would appreciate if you do subscribe to the channel. We're about 400 subs away from 72k, so seriously, the support has been unreal recently. Thank you guys so much for that. If we can go for 500 likes on the video, I'd appreciate that as well. Leakers have recently been saying that Season 3 could be one of the biggest DLC drops in Call of Duty history. I mean, it does make sense. We're getting a whole new Warzone map with potentially one of the biggest in-game events Call of Duty has ever seen, and there's also going to be a ton of multiplayer and zombies content in this update as well. So this really could be the biggest content offering we've ever had in Call of Duty history. I'm going to break down all the leaks and evidence we have for all parts of this new update. If you only want to watch certain parts of it, timestamps will be down below, so be sure to use them. Although I would appreciate it if you did watch the entire video, because it does help me out, and I'm putting a ton of effort into this video, so hopefully you do go on to enjoy all of the content. Let's go through here first, the Warzone information. This is what's happening first. It's on everyone's mind. We got the recent Call of Duty teaser that told us that the event will begin Wednesday, April 21st, only a couple of days from now. But is that actually going to be when the nuke drops? Maybe not. VGC is giving us some new information here, stuff we've been talking about a potential two-part event where part one isn't really when the nuke actually happens, and then the nuke explosion event where we go to 1980s Verdansk, that will be in part two of this event. So VGC says this: while kicking off on April 21st, the activities leading to the updated maps reveal will culminate in an explosive in-game event on April 22nd, the next day, designed to narratively transition Warzone from the Modern Warfare era to the Cold War era setting, more in line with the most recent premium series release. So that's some huge information there. A credible gaming outlet is verifying the leaks that we've been talking about from Zesty COD leaks about part 1 and part 2 of this event actually happening, and the nuke event may be happening later on. Here is what we're seeing most likely for part 1. This is a leak for a Warzone Zombies Plague event, and this is sort of the end of the zombies overrunning Verdansk. It says here, zombies have overrun Verdansk and you must take it back. If you fail, the nuke detonates. If you succeed, you exfil. So it seems like here, this is one of the final game modes we are playing involving the zombies in the Warzone nuke event, and this would be most likely part 1 of this event. Once we do this here, we would complete this part of the event, and then the nuke will drop, and then we have another playlist here, very interesting, from Zesty COD leaks. The playlist for the reveal event looks to be called TDOV, which is the destruction of Verdansk, with the description, the end, featuring subtext titled 15 minutes after the destruction of Verdansk. So we have another playlist here, potentially part 2 of this event, where we're playing on the map right after it's destroyed. So we might be playing on a destroyed version of Verdansk right after the nuke is dropped. And there's some other leaks here about this. Nuke event leaks, BR reveal, nuke inbound. This is our final mission in Verdansk, so there's a lot of code for this right now. Some more things we're going to be seeing for this event, some code here, some quotes we're going to have in the game. Find the launch, decrypt them, gain the nuke kill streak, 10 minutes warning, nuclear signature detected, 5-minute warning, nuclear warhead inbound, nuclear threat inbound, get out of there now. So it's really going to go down here. This is going to be a live event with people telling you in the game as the nuke is occurring, get out of there. There's some rumors going around about zombies music actually being played as we get rid of the zombies as well. So this event's going to be really cool. The only thing we don't know about just yet, and we're going to have to wait until the event to see, is how we actually get to the 1980s version of Verdansk. Are we just going to randomly teleport there? Are they not going to explain it fully, and we'll have to try to figure out for ourselves why we're all of a sudden in the 80s in Verdansk as it's being first built? So we'll figure that out very soon, but it's going to be super interesting to see how they actually do it here. Some more stuff with this event. The trailer for Warzone Season 3 will not be coming out until the actual event itself, so it will play once we actually do this event. So right at the end of this event, the final thing we do is we're going to see the trailer, and then right after that, we'll actually get to play the new map. So they're not going to reveal the new map until we actually complete this entire event, which does make sense. They want to make it a surprise, and they want us has to go through the whole event before we actually get to see what this new map is like. Let's go through some leaks about the actual map itself. What are we seeing on this new Warzone map? So some different locations are being leaked out here. Possible new point of interest zone, outskirts. There's no mention of it on the current Verdansk map, so it will be added and new. We have some other ones here. Bridge, summit potentially returning and being added to the map, so really cool there. Crossing. Nanocos gave us a list of a bunch of different leaked locations here. Some of these we already have in the game, like Boneyard and Hospital. Some of these are new, like Vorkuta, so really cool here. Margrobot also on Twitter leaked this map out, and apparently in these two locations we will have Duga and Mines. Now, Duga and Mines were actually supposed to be a part of the original Warzone Ural Mountains map that was apparently scrapped. We'll talk about that in a second, but this is going to be the area where these new locations are added. So this map overall will be pretty different from what we're seeing right now. It's still going to be on Verdansk, but there's going to be a lot of different new locations here. So even though it's not the new Ural Mountains map, a lot of the Ural Mountains locations will be brought over to this new Warzone map, and it should be pretty fun to play on. We have some more updates for Warzone coming in Season 3. We have something here for Rebirth Night. About a month ago, I leaked that Rebirth Night could be coming due to some hints in the files. In the latest update, its playlist and name were added into the files, so we could see a Rebirth Resurgence Night coming very soon. We saw it in Blackout on Alcatraz. Makes sense why we would see it here. Another really cool leak from Vanguard Intel. We've been told there will be a Rebirth Island Zombie Royale game mode coming sometime in the future. Really cool as well. Another leaked game mode coming to Warzone. Upcoming mode, Payload. It's been added to the loot scripts in Season 2 Reloaded, so it's being prepped for Season 3 pretty much. It'll be two massive teams fighting to push each other back into the zone. It'll also feature vehicle variants like the MG cargo truck. We also had some Warzone leaks resurfacing about helmet changes. So we have some stuff here. Level 1 helmet reduces headshot damage by 15%. Level 2 reduces it by 30. And then level 3 reduces it by 30. And then also reduces flash and concussion effects. It would be very interesting to see as they change the new Warzone map. They also change a bunch of the actual main gameplay features in the map as well. They most likely won't. And this leak has been around for a while now anyway. This was most likely just their original plans that they ended up scrapping for the game. But let me know down below, would you want to see this added to Warzone in Season 3? Some more stuff here. I have to end off the Warzone section with this. So bad news is 80s Verdansk might not be till Season 4. If me and Zesty Colleagues are reading this one file correctly, it seems that way. It's not totally definitive. If we're wrong, that's great, but I feel like it's not right for the community to be played this way by Activision. Here's one of the lines of code that they're referring to: MP, Dawn 4, Reveal, S4, and there are other lines of code that hint at Season 4 being a time in which we would see at least like part 2 of this Warzone event. Now, most likely here, that is not the case. There's just no way they drag out this Warzone Nuke event a whole season and then we don't actually get the new map until the end of Season 3, beginning of Season 4. This has to be referring to another event in Warzone, maybe the first COD 2021 reveal, although I feel like it's not that because it seems a bit too close to the huge Warzone event, and last year's Call of Duty reveal in Warzone was in the summer, in the end of August, and most likely they're gonna wait till then for that as well. So I don't know, there's some other reveal apparently in Season 4 in the code. This could be their original plans, but they brought it over to Season 3 instead, so who knows? We'll know very soon, obviously, and hopefully it's not the actual Nuke event because a lot of people are going to be really mad if we have to wait a whole nother season again to actually get this event and new map out in the game. Let's go through some of the storyline that we're going to be seeing moving into Season 3. So we recently got a new cutscene that showed Wolf, Hudson, Woods going to Laos and trying to find and save Adler. We got some flashbacks during that cutscene of Adler being interrogated, harassed, tortured. He really did get messed up there, and obviously after that, Stitch is taking Adler to Verdansk. The operators end up there. They realize Adler is not in Laos anymore, and they're going to Verdansk next. So as we move into Season 3, the big question is, will we save Adler? Are we going to save him before we teleport back in time to the 80s version of Verdansk? Will he die by then? Will the upcoming Nuke event impact our efforts to save Adler? Who knows? A lot of interesting things could go down here, so really cool to see how this storyline continues in Warzone. And some more stuff here with overall operators being added to the game. I would think at some point during Season 3 we do get this Hudson operator, especially he's becoming a more important part of the storyline. He's in this cutscene here, so I could very well see him as an operator at the beginning or middle of Season 3. Some other leaks here we've had about Mason being added to the game as an operator. All of the operators in the game right now in the code have quote lines saying the numbers, Mason, what do they mean? Now, this doesn't necessarily confirm him as an operator, but it is a pretty good hint that one, he will be introduced heavily into the storyline in some type of way, maybe at some point during season 3, and then after that he would also be introduced into the game as an operator as well, either in the season 3 battle pass or in the store at some point in the future. Those are the two main operators I'm expecting to see during season 3. We could see a bunch of other ones, but they're probably going to be in the future seasons. Let me know down below any operators you want to see from the Black Ops Cold War campaign, zombies, maybe past Black Ops games. Let me know your ideas down below. Some more stuff here now. Let's move into multiplayer. Everything we know about multiplayer, leaks, and evidence for season 3. So the first thing here, 6v6 maps. We didn't really see too many 6v6 maps in season 2. We're expecting and hoping for a lot more in season 3. The first map here, a 6v6 map, Echelon. There's been leaked gameplay for this map for several months now. Links will be down below. This map is supposedly supposed to take place on top of a skyscraper, maybe similar to what we saw with High Rise or Vertigo or other skyscraper type maps. Could be pretty cool there. We have a leaked fire team map, Dunes, probably going to be similar to Satellite. It'll definitely use some type of assets from that same sort of desert vibe, and you know, we do get at least one new fire team map per season, so there's a good chance Dunes is up next to release. Now, some other maps here, some remakes that we're still expected to see in this game. For BO2 maps, we have Slums, Standoff, and possibly Hijacked being added to Cold War. For BO1 maps, these have been leaked out for several months now. Jungle, Firing Range, and Summit, kind of classics. We always see these return into Black Ops games, so we're definitely going to see these at some point, and there are several credible leaks regarding these maps returning to the game at some point in the near future. We're going to see maybe one or two of these maps added to Season 3. We got no remakes in Season 2, which is very surprising, so we're definitely going to get at least one in this next upcoming season. In my recent videos, I've been talking about how Treyarch should focus on bringing back maps that have not been remade before. There are a ton of really good Black Ops 2, Black Ops 1 maps that we've never seen added to the game or added to any game for that matter, and it would be really cool to see maps like Carrier from BO2, Meltdown, Plaza. There are so many really good maps that have never been remade before that would really make a ton of sense in this game, and a leaker actually said this: BO2 is very much on Treyarch's mind, all I'll say. So they're definitely looking back at BO2 to bring back some of those maps, even weapons, score streaks, and just other highly favored features that we saw back in that game. BO2, again, very much on their minds. I could easily see a lot more emphasis on BO2 in the next couple of seasons, especially in Season 3. Season 3 weapons, we have a baseball bat, a ballistic knife found in the files of the game, and these are coming very soon because certain files are only added when the weapon is about to be released, and we have them for these two melee weapons, so these should be releasing very, very soon. A bunch of the camo challenges leaked out for that as well, so I'll leave some links down below. Margobot over on Twitter actually informed us about a launcher being added to the game as well, so a new launcher, a part of Season 3. Other leaked weapons that we've been talking about for a couple of weeks now: the CZ75 pistol, the Scorpion, FAL, Dragunov, Galil. We're obviously not going to get all of these weapons here, but maybe some of them will be added in this new season. Some recent leaks as well from Zesty colleagues, Nanakos, about some weapons found in the files of the game coming very soon in Season 3. We have a new fast burst AR, the ballistic knife melee weapon we talked about, a spray and pray SMG, a slow fire LMG, and a fully auto pistol. So a bunch of YouTubers, Prestige is Key, we've been theorizing what weapons we would get out of these. We've been talking about the G11 potentially being added, the PPSH, a slow fire LMG, maybe the Gorgon from BO3 could return, a fully auto pistol, maybe the Cat 40s. Like, a lot of cool weapons could be returning here. And again, we talked about their emphasis on BO2, so maybe a lot of these leaked lines of code are referring to those past guns. Let me know down below, what weapons would you want to return in these categories: a fast burst AR, a spray and pray SMG, a slow fire LMG, and a fully auto pistol. For score streaks here, we have leaks for a K9 unit returning to the game, a hand cannon, a flamethrower also returning, and I could expect to see a bunch of other of the specialist characters' abilities from BO3 and BO4 turned into Scorestreaks and added to the game in the future. Obviously, for Season 3, we're most likely only going to get one new Scorestreak. I would say the Canine unit or the Flamethrower, but who knows, they could easily add more than one if they want to. Let's go through all of the leaks and evidence we have for zombies content in Black Ops Cold War Season 3. So 100% we know for sure, Treyarch confirmed it, we are getting the main Outbreak Easter egg quest most likely available at the beginning of Season 3 next week, and it's going to be really cool to see how this goes. Will there be a crazy boss fight on the large maps, and will we see some huge storyline teasers for the next zombies map, Berlin? Because Outbreak is canon to the Dark Ether story, so what we see here will impact where we're going to next in this zombie story. Will there be a huge ending cutscene? And in that ending cutscene, will we see Eddie there? Will we see Valentina in Berlin? Will they tease Berlin? It's going to be really, really cool to see what we get here. So I'm super excited. Hopefully it's a fun, replayable Easter egg. I wonder if it's going to be different from the Easter eggs on the main zombie maps. Will it be the same type of style? Will it be a lot more on a grander scale because it's a whole new Easter egg on a whole new type of game mode that zombies have never seen before? So I'm really interested to see, and we're going to be getting that really soon. Before we go through some Berlin leaks and evidence and storyline, let's talk about a wonder weapon that we could very well see a part of the new Outbreak update, the Mega Barrel. This is a wonder weapon that is leaked out, and there's leaked gameplay of this wonder weapon. We've talked about this before. It's a wonder weapon that apparently shoots boss projectiles. There are 4 gun variants to it, 5 different effects. Some of the different variants and projectiles that this wonder weapon shoots out is the micro missile from the Panzer. It launches the Panzer canister. The Giga laser from the Mangler shoots the Mangler arm cannon blast. The copycat from the Mimic, obviously, maybe it'll make it so you kill the boss and you get their ability. That's not confirmed there, but it's just a leak. A diffusion beam from the Tempest shoots the Tempest ball of electricity. Pretty self-explanatory there. And the Blazer beam from the Megaton shoots the Megaton laser and all of that good stuff. So super cool idea for a wonder weapon, and this makes perfect sense for Outbreak as all of these boss zombies are located in this game mode. It would be cool to see in Berlin because, as I've said before, if the wonder weapon is on the main zombies map, it will most likely also be added to Outbreak. So if it was added to Berlin, we would also see it in Outbreak, but this just seems like an Outbreak wonder weapon. In Berlin, we'll probably have other wonder weapons that will also be added to Outbreak, so it's not going to be a big deal at the end of the day. So really cool here. Let's talk about Eddie as an operator in Cold War Zombies, or not just him as an operator. Will he even be introduced into the Dark Ether storyline? Is he dead? Recent intel actually suggests that. So here's the intel that we've been talking about. It's between Maxis and Weaver. Maxis said, "I thought I died and gone to hell. I thought everything and everyone I ever knew was gone forever." Weaver responds, "You've been to hell before, Sam. We both have. I was never going to leave you there to die." And then Maxis responds, "Like you did the boy." And Weaver says, "That's not fair, Sam. That was a different situation. We both did all we could." And Maxis responds, "But not enough. He's still dead, isn't he?" Based on everything we know about the Ether and Dark Ether storyline, the only possible thing that they could be referring to as the boy is Eddie. And does that mean that they're saying Eddie died and that's it? There's nothing they could have done? It just doesn't make sense. There's no way that Treyarch is going to kill off such a highly favored character, a character that everyone would love to see in the game. There's no way they're going to kill him off just in a random piece of intel. And Craig Houston over at Treyarch recently did an interview with IGN talking about the storyline, the Dark Ether storyline, what's going on with that, and he pretty much gave the most direct teaser possible that Eddie would be returning at some point in the future. So I feel like this intel is just Treyarch trying to bait us here to make us think that Eddie died, but there's no way he's dying here. It's not going to happen. If he does die, maybe it will be in the near future, but maybe they're not lying. Maybe he did die as a boy at the beginning of the storyline, but will return in some type of other way, maybe half human, half Dark Ether. Maybe he'll be a zombie in return. Maybe we'll just hear his soul in the Dark Ether. Like, a lot of different things could happen here, but in that case, he wouldn't be added as an operator. And you know Activision is not going to miss a chance to have Eddie as an operator in the store. They know that operator bundle would make so much money, so they're definitely going to have him as an operator. Maybe he'll be there as a zombie version of himself or a Dark Ether human mixture. The point is here, we will see Eddie at some point in the near future, and there's a very good chance that we're going to see him introduced in the Berlin storyline. Speaking of Berlin, Berlin. Let's get started here, go through all of the leaks and evidence we have for this next zombies map. We're going to start off first with the release date information here. So again, if Berlin was going to release next week, this week at the beginning of season 3, we would have already seen some teasers leading up to its release. Over 2 weeks before Firebase Z first released in February, we saw a ton of different teasers on Treyarch's Twitter revealing the storyline, stuff from Ravenov, Dr. Peck, Samantha Maxis being missing, parts of the map were shown in the images. We had different cutscenes, mini trailers, breakdowns, a ton of stuff. We haven't seen any of that for Berlin. There's no way, only in a couple of days, we're going to get all of that for Berlin. I just can't see it happening unless we get the roadmap. And on the roadmap, we see that Berlin is announced, it's there, but it's not releasing until the middle of Season 1. There's a very good chance that they could announce it now, but not release it till later. They kind of did that with Firebase Z. The Season 1 Reloaded roadmap, it showed that Firebase Z was on the map, but it didn't release right when Season 1 Reloaded came out, which was around January 21st. It came out over 20 days after that update first released. So we could see Berlin on the Season 3 roadmap, but they could say that it's not releasing until 2 to 3 weeks after that season, which still would be before Season 3 Reloaded, which is actually pretty good. Season 3 Reloaded is expected to be around the end of May, Thursday, May 20th, or the 27th, or even the beginning of June. If Berlin releases at any point after that, it's going to be way too late. If we look back at the past DLC 2 zombie map releases, Zetsubou no Shima for BO3 released April 19th on PS4, May 19th on Xbox PC, so still kind of in that range there. BO4's DLC 2 Ancient Evil released March 26th, 2019 on PS4, and April 2nd on Xbox and PC, so this is going to be one of the latest DLC 2 releases we have ever seen, but if it's a good map, I don't mind waiting. If they really have to delay the release to put more effort into the map to make an overall better product, I'd much rather them do that than rush a map and release it and we don't like it and it's unfinished. So hopefully, again, it just ends up being a really fun map to play. Let's go through here now, some gameplay features of this map. What is the map going to look like? So for sure, we know this map will definitely have assets from the campaign missions in Berlin in Cold War right now. Just like how Firebase Z's spawn room was literally from the campaign, the dark, stormy city streets of Berlin we see in the campaign right now will definitely be added and a part of this map, and that's definitely a really good thing. I mean, zombie maps always in the past have been inspired and based off of the campaign missions of that game. It's not a big deal whatsoever, and I'm especially glad that they might be using stuff from this campaign mission because, again, it's just really, really cool. In the intro cutscene for Die Maschine, where Sam is talking to Weaver, it takes place in Berlin, and there's a really good chance that we will get to play on this very street that she's in this cutscene, which again would be really sick as well. Other sneak peeks we may have had for this map, some calling cards here reveal zombies on Berlin. The colors in this calling card are insane. We overall have a pretty good idea as to what this map is going to look like, the vibes of this map. We're finally getting a round-based zombies map in Cold War. All of the maps take place during the day except for Sanatorium. We finally have a nighttime map there, but for Berlin, a main zombies map taking place at the nighttime. Really, really cool to see. And we also may have a teaser as to what this map might look like in the gameplay you're seeing in the background of this video right now. The gameplay that you're looking at is the Onslaught map, only available on PS4 and PS5. It's a gunfight map, U-Bahn, and it takes place in the tunnels, the subway of West Berlin. This could very well be a small portion of this Berlin zombies map right here. This literally looks like a Berlin zombies map. This looks like a section of it. So right here, this could be a pretty big teaser. No evidence or confirmation on that, but I wouldn't be surprised at all if a small portion of the map resembles this or is literally from the map we're playing right now in the background of this video. So really interesting here. Let's go through now some storyline for Berlin. What are we doing for this Berlin zombies map? What direction are we going in for the Dark Ether story? A lot of things going down here. The overall idea is that Valentina, a top official in Omega, she is planning on bringing back old World War II German soldiers that were sent to the Dark Ether back in Project Endstation, which was the beginning of Die Maschine, giving the Germans a huge advantage in the war. We have a bunch of intel documents that actually tease this here. Dr. Vogel from Project Endstation says this: what we do now will ensure the Chancellor's dream of a 1,000-year Reich. There must be a record. And some more stuff here. Other old German scientists that were working on Project Endstation. Usually, large groups of the infected are chaotic, mindless mobs. But today, I found hundreds of them strangely grouped. and their clothing wear their uniforms, and we know what uniforms they're talking about there. I'm not gonna say it, don't want to be demonetized on this video. Some other intel here. This V Cipher informed the Chancellor that preparations have been made to open the third front. End Station is ready to receive the package as soon as it can be assembled and transported. We are honored to help facilitate the Reichstag's plan. This originally was thought to be from Dr. Vogel, but it may actually be from Valentina facilitating the Reichstag's plan. And here's some stuff about Valentina talking to Kravchenko, and she is going behind the back of Omega, behind the back of Kravchenko, to try to get access to the Dark Ether, to go to Berlin. And she's saying here, I pushed hard for Berlin. It would have afforded me further opportunities to complete my preparations there. The Colonel did question my fixation on Berlin, but I just told him I hate the Germans. That is always enough of an excuse for veterans of the Great Patriotic War like Kravchenko. So she is literally saying here, she is lying to Kravchenko, giving him excuses as to why she's so fixated on Berlin. She doesn't want to tell him why exactly she wants to go there. Now, we don't know exactly what she wants to do here. We know she wants to bring back German soldiers, but we don't know how that's going to go down. A lot of crazy things here, a lot of mysteries will be uncovered in this Berlin map. We know that Weaver of Requiem already knows about Valentina talking to a secret contact in Berlin. Who was she talking to? We're going to figure that out as well. A lot of people have been saying it might be Eddie. Is Eddie helping Valentina? That would be kind of crazy. So we're gonna get a ton of new information here very, very soon. And finally, Kino. We've been saying for a while now that Kino would be a part of Berlin. A leaker gave us this piece of code from the files of Black Ops Cold War, ZM_Platinum, and he told us that it would be Berlin with Kino related to the map in some type of way. And this leaker turned out to be very credible, gave us a ton of credible information for Die Maschine and other parts of the game, Dead Ops Arcade 3. So we've been thinking Kino would be a part of it, and this is from the Game Revolution here, this clip. There's a computer screen in the background of the menu of Cold War Zombies that has a red dot pointing towards a certain part of Berlin. This brings us to a certain TV tower in Berlin, and this same TV tower can be seen outside of the map in Kino. We know that this Berlin map is going to take place literally right next to Kino, but will Kino be a part of the map? Recent rumors that we talked about last week are that we're not going to see Kino a part of Berlin. How will Kino be integrated, though? I feel like it's still going to be there in some type of way. So if Kino is not going to be in the map whatsoever, maybe Kino will still have some type of role. Maybe when we Pack-a-Punch, we'll go to the OG Pack-a-Punch Kino area. Maybe it'll be used for a secret room Easter egg, like we saw on Firebase Z. Maybe it'll be the boss fight arena. Who knows? But I really think that a small portion of Kino being added to Berlin really isn't a big deal. Like Die Maschine, it's not a Nocturne Toten remake. There's a very small part of the map that's the Nocturne Toten remake, and most of the map is a new map. So just to have a small part of Kino, the movie theater or the alleyway, added to Berlin, and the rest of the Berlin map is a new area, I think that would be fine. But, you know, maybe people would rather have a fully original map, and I'm not opposed to that. So it looks like here Berlin will in fact be a fully original map. And that's pretty much it here for this video. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys did enjoy. I put a ton of effort into this video, so hopefully you did watch. I mean, if you watched the entire video, that is unreal. If you did, leave a comment down below. Season 3, seriously, a ton of info in this video, a lot of stuff we broke down, so hopefully you guys did enjoy. Shout out to the YouTube channel members as always, and I'll see you guys in the next video or live stream. Peace out, guys.